Hey, good morning. This is Dr. Foss, Fat Adapted Doc, also owner of Porta Vida Chiropractic here in San Antonio, Texas. And it was interesting. I was reading a study that just came out actually in Amsterdam on January 30th. They were actually talking about the differences in brain function from high intensity exercise to low intensity exercise. And as you all know, being fat adapted, running at a lower pace, again, is helping to build your aerobic capacity, helping to build that aerobic engine for you. But what they found is that low intensity exercises have a bigger effect on cognition, memory, and attention. And so think about things, we think about our older generation here in the United States or other parts of the world as well that are suffering from, say, potentially memory issues, potentially cognition issues, attention issues. I know for myself, I have my father suffering from Alzheimer's, and he's in the kind of middle stages of it, and it's very, very difficult for us to realize that if you exercise at a lower intensity, increase the amount of fat into your diet, and really work on building that aerobic engine, what you're essentially doing is you're helping to improve your cognition, and they've shown that through a functional MRI study. I'll put a link down below for that so you can take a look at that study. The other really, really interesting part of the research was done on high intensity exercise. And what they found was that high intensity exercise, which I would kind of call anaerobic exercise, or say when you're really running really, really fast or burning or doing some lifting weights, for example, and you're building up that pump or lactic acid, what that actually does is it helps to boost emotional stability. It works more with emotion and an emotional balance. And so we think about those two things. Of course, we need to have good cognition. We also need to have good emotional control. So if we think of kind of like two parts of our brain, right? We have our kind of logical brain, awareness, cognition, memory, balance of those things, and we have the other side of our brain, that emotional component of our brain. And it's very important that we take care of both of those. I think over the next 20 to 30 years, there's going to be a lot more research just like this, showing the importance of really taking care of your brain, and really how can we reverse a lot of these brain-based illnesses that are going on. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, dementias, they're finding they're happening earlier and earlier age, and they can't really figure out what the cause of those things are. And so as they're discovering more and more, it's based on basically inflammation in the brain. What can we do that's going to help to lower that inflammation in our brain? One of the best things we can do is obviously eating right, nutrition, also exercising, and like I've always prescribed to, having a higher fat diet. Increasing the amount of fats in your diet, again, is what that's going to do, is going to help to produce ketones, which are going to basically help to fuel your brain instead of sugar. We know that the byproduct of sugar is lactic acid. Also, the byproduct of burning too much sugar is inflammation. We've seen it in a lot of inflammatory issues, be it diabetes, obesity, heart disease. And so we know that if we're burning fat for fuel, we're producing these ketones, and it's a lot healthier for our body to do that than it is to burn sugar. So again, I'm going to put the link below so you guys can check out this study yourself. I thought it was really, really interesting. For me, it was also kind of a wake-up call that I also need to do a little bit of anaerobic building as well too. So my wife and I have been hitting the gym, and also building up that aerobic base. So again, leave a comment below if you guys check out that study and let me know what you find, and have a great day. Thanks.